Dave Snyder here. It is December the 31st, 2012, and Happy New Year. Oh boy, another one. Okay, so here we go. A little update on the South Pole, Antarctica, with the same moon pattern, just reversed over the Earth. It's just set in place in the Pacific Ocean. But here you go, another accurate alignment. I mean, it's not as clear as it was last time probably, but you got this here. You got okay. Let's just zoom in here. Okay, you got this here, all this right here. That goes there, pretty close to it, anyways. You see this part sticks out right here. That's right here. I mean, you think that it's just coincidence or whatever. You think that I'm just seeing things, but you're not. I'm not just seeing things. I'm telling you right now, it's not. That's not the way it works. It's not working that way anymore. Look, move over a little bit here, right there. And you see how this goes around that crater right here, this curve. It's in the right place. I mean, it's roughly in the right place. Goes here. Moon hit the Earth. Okay, the moon has hit the Earth. If you haven't never looked, I recommend you do. I really do. I recommend you start looking because everything shows that it has. Every pattern on the planet, every pattern on this planet. You understand that? Every pattern, every shape of every continent, everything on Earth. Apparently, if we're to believe those images from NASA or whoever puts them out, if we're to believe those are real, then I'm telling you, you have no choice. There's no choice. I mean, the moon has hit the Earth. There's no choice. You have no choice. I mean, you can believe what you want, but there's no way that it hasn't hit the Earth. There's no way. I mean, it all shows that. Let me show you another one here. Let's see. Second here. Coming right up. Right here. Okay, this is one that's been set in place for a long time. This one here, this Alaska Pacific one. I showed this one a bunch of times in the past. It's not showing itself too good today, is it? Okay, well, let's move on to another one then. What else we got here? Not much weather today to really use. Here we go. This will work. Right here. Okay, so here you go. Weather. Okay, now we can see these. I'll just shut up and you just look. Just look. And then I got another one here. Hold on. Sandy alignment. Did this during Hurricane Sandy. Line this one up during Hurricane Sandy. Still in the same exact place. See how? Look at that. Look at that. Follow. Look at that. I mean, I don't place these in place right before I make the video. These craters I've had them put in place for months now. Okay, so you see how it goes right along that line, right along it. It's the same curve exactly. And see how it stops right here? I mean, it stops right there. Okay, and you see it come out here a little bit. I mean, this is all right. This is a right. This alignment of the moon over the Earth is perfect. I'm going to say that perfect. There's this one here. The day I lined it up with Hurricane Sandy, everything in the picture was perfect. So I know it goes here. I know it does. In the center of it, you know, is where all the iron is. It just happens to be all the iron and steel mills and stuff are all right in the center of this dark area here. In North America, that's where most of the steel is, right there, right? Or iron, I should say. And that's where they mine all the iron. That area, a lot of it. Right here in the center. If you type in iron up here, it'll come up all inside that circle, pretty much. because the moon hits that spot exactly right here. It hits it exactly right here. If you don't believe me, I mean, like I said, you can all. This is. I'm not doing anything you can't check yourself. You can check it. I wouldn't put this up here, and knowing that people could check it themselves if it wasn't true, or if it wasn't exactly what is there. I mean, I'm not. I don't see things. I'm telling you, I don't see things. Maybe I used to, but I don't anymore. It's all pretty clear now. Okay, now let's just go through this picture. See this area here, right here? That's right in place. Look at that, right there. Right there. Come up here. Look at all of this. Look at this whole pattern of the moon right here. Look at that right there. See how it comes down? See this line? It comes down like a V right here. It's right there. And then look at this underneath Greenland right here. This whole area under Greenland. It's right there. Look at that. Oh yeah. You can see Greenland. Look how big the moon actually is. Can you believe that? I mean, the moon is actually just this little part of this crater impact is the whole thing of Greenland. Just the side of this crater is the whole piece of Greenland. You can see the whole thing. You can see the angles. It's right there. So it shows how big the moon actually is. Might even be close to the size of the Earth. It is close to the size of the Earth, actually. Look at this right here. See all that? Round right there. That goes right there. You can see it. The day I lined it up, it just, I put it over Hurricane Sandy, and I was like, I looked at it, and I was just like, I noticed that if I just moved it just a little bit to the one side or the other, it would line right up, and I just put it right in place. Just went right into perfect position. You could see it clearly. It was there. Now you could go over all these landmarks if you wanted to, or all these land features in the land, and you can see, you'll be able to see all these features in the land. Like right here, you can see, look at this right here. There's that big crater. This must be a mountain or something right here, right? I don't know. Somewhere close in there. Back it off, and here's the center. Watch, we'll go straight to the center. Of course, they want to hide. See, like see right here. They pixelate this. They pixelate the picture completely. But you can see right here. There's something right there for that. Watch. See that circular shape right there, like the top of a mountain or something. They pixelate. It's like 4 pixels right there that they used. See that? They totally hide things in the picture. Totally hide things. Yeah, let's see Superior there. It goes here. I'm sure of it. Oh yeah, here's where I like to start. Actually, when I do this one, I like to start over here. I should have started over here, actually. Okay, so we'll just start at this crater right here. All right, over in the west coast of North America here. Okay, so you can see the crater, and you can see the outer ring of the crater. There's like right here. Watch. Right there. There's a big crater right there. See the circle? It goes right there. Absolutely does. And then you come over, and and you got to remember this right here, this area right here. It's supposed to have a lot more detail to it, but that's the reason they don't show it is that you'd be able to just see California right here, you know, because you can see where it is. If they just don't put it in there, you can see that they don't put it in there. The moon does not look like that right there. It doesn't go from this to this. It does not look like that. It cannot, because it goes here. I know it goes here, whether it looks like it does or not. I mean, I look at this every day. I know it goes here. Look at that right there. Yellowstone, right around Yellowstone. See that? It goes here. No doubt about that. And then you come over here, you come to this crater here, you can see something right there. Just falls right into place. See it? Look at that. See that right there? You can see that. And it's not coincidence. I'm telling you, it's not. You know, it's not coincidence. Like I said, you can check this yourself. I'm not like doing something you can't do. I'm just doing something that most people do not do. And that's check to see if the moon's hit the Earth. And you know NASA's checked. Okay, NASA knows this. They do. They definitely know this. Okay, let's move on to another one here. Romania. That's always a good one. Except the weather's not much weather today to show, but this is the part that always fits. Like I always say, this part always fits down here like this. It doesn't show itself rugged today, but you can see it fits there. Look at this, right around the crater here. Watch. See how the weather just goes right in. It goes right here, people. I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, I just try to post these videos and try to get a scientist that'll open up, you know, basically and see this. At least look at it. You know, if not, you know, understand it or believe it. At least look at it, because it needs to be looked at. Definitely needs to be looked at. And you know, like I said, NASA knows about it. If they don't know about it, then we're wasting our damn money on them. That's for damn sure. If they don't know about this, then they're useless completely. Look at that. See how it fits right down that band right here, this line. This crater hits here. It's right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, right here. Is where it hits, right in the Azores. Right there is the center of it, and you can see the shape of the center. It's the same. I mean, I'm using a 42-inch screen. You can see it. Goes here. Look at Africa right here. Watch when I back it off. Look at this. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Watch. Watch how it fits. And that's just a byproduct of the alignment that I lined up. What I lined up was this. Romania. I lined up this shape right here over Romania. As you can see, it's got the same shape, right? So I put that there, right? Put that there, and then I put the center of it at the Azores right there in the Atlantic, right where that big giant underwater volcano is. You can see it used to be a huge volcano right there. Okay, in the mid-Atlantic ridge. You can say it's because of that or whatever if you want, and it's fine. But it's because the moon hits right in the middle right there, right there in that spot. And then you come up after you line up that spot and this spot. Everything else is just a byproduct of of the alignment itself, and you can see what falls right into place. Look at Africa. Look at this line that goes around the Sahara, around Africa right there. Look at that. That just happened. You know, I didn't plan that. That's the kind of stuff that just happens. Then you go around and you look in detail up at the land, and you can see. At least I can. I mean, I can see clearly what's right there. You can see it. It doesn't take much imagination to understand. I mean, if you have a big enough screen, you'll be able to see. There's no way there's that many coincidences. And then look, and the weather showed me where this was. Actually, the weather showed me this overlay right here, this location. And since I put it there in this spot, usually the weather, when there's good weather, this weather is kind of weird, but this part always fits down here, always. It's always pretty clear that it fits there on this area of the picture. Up here, it depends on the weather up here, whether it fits or not. But you've seen how it came down that channel right there? That's fitting in there. You'll see that. See that? Okay, so that's there. And this over here, I mean, you can see it kind of, you know, it doesn't look like it doesn't go there. It just looks strange. You can see this curve right here. See that? Right there. Same curve. Just happens to fall into place. And, you know, that's the way it happens. I think it's crazy. I like it when people think it's crazy because it makes it, you know, less known by other people. I don't mind if other people don't know anymore. You know, I just think that everybody should know. But you know, I'm starting to think that people don't. There's some people, those people that comment and say I'm an idiot and say that I'm crazy or whatever they say, anything, all them dumb things. Those are the people that don't deserve to know. Bottom straight up, they don't. Those people keep on believing what you believe. That's fine. I like it better that way. Go ahead. Because that makes the information I know just that much more valuable, I think. Much more valuable. And I haven't even got it all figured out yet, but I know some serious things about the Earth now that I never knew, and nobody ever tells you. Nobody ever tells you these things. So, there you go. Look at the circles all over the Earth. All over the Earth. If you're still watching, hopefully you are. Pay attention to the details. The land has moved around. You can see the weather will show you. If you watch my other videos, I have like 100 videos on this channel now, And they're all about the same thing. I don't, pretty much. Because I find stuff all the time. That's how it is. I just find stuff all the time. Here we'll do this other one here. Pacific alignment. This one's going to be good today, it looks like. And the application put this in place. This one was put in place by the application. I just chose the picture and the spot. It basically, and it put itself into the perfect position. Absolutely did. Okay, so what we see, let's see over here. It's all fitting in there. Do the pattern. Fits. Goes here. Japan. I like looking at Japan on this one to turn the weather off. Japan is right here. And this big hole. Right there. And then you see the big circle being completed, like I pointed out before. The application put it in place, and it just happened to put it in perfect place, because you see, this is where Africa was earlier. Just in the one I just showed you, this is where Africa was. Remember? Okay, like this. We were looking at it like this, and Africa was right here, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and put Africa right there. I'm going to do it right now. You see how it fits over. And once I get it there, if it fits over the land right in this spot, I mean, then you got to believe me, right? I mean, geez, can't get any. I mean, there's no way. The moon ties it all together, and you're going to see that right now. You're going to see it right now, I hope. Okay, so Africa. Let's get a good picture of Africa. Africa should be one that says Africa good or something. Here we go. Or use or something. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so turn that baby around like this, like we had it. Make it a little bit smaller, it looks like. Size of Africa here. About that. Pretty much. Pretty close. Okay, and then check it out. I'm going to bring it right down here. Right there. Right there. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I've never done this before. Okay, so let's see. I'll take the moon away. Okay. And we'll just check Africa over this. And I'm not. You can see I don't have it perfectly aligned or anything yet, but we're going to be able to see how it fits over this land. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Look at Lake Victoria creates the Tibetan Plateau. Look at that! Oh shit! We're really close to being right on there. Look at see how the plateau and the Himalayas fit right there. The land features all match. Okay, and look at this right here. How the Sahara basically ends right here. It kind of curves around, and you see the same thing here. So that land, all them islands were probably what's left after the continent was pushed off the top of this area, and then and it might not have even happened right here. It might have happened somewhere else on the earth actually. But this land used to be together, and there you go. Look at the Tibetan Plateau. Right over the top right over the top, and I would imagine probably this is the volcano. Well, you can see that actually right there. You can see a big round spot right there. Right there. Right here. Falls right in place. Look at that. Boom. So that creates the Tibetan Plateau. That big old volcano, which is 200 miles. I think it's 200 or 300 miles. That Lake Victoria. So it's a big volcano opening, huge. And then you see how it just fits up here too. How it just falls into place. Neat. And the moon just showed me that. I knew that. I mean, since I started doing this, I put Africa in this area before, but never with the moon using the moon like that just now. I mean, that shows you something. You can see it fits there. I mean, you can see it fits there. It goes right here. Not necessarily goes right here, but it goes with that area. It goes with it. They were together in the same spot at one time in Earth's history. They were together. And watch, I'll turn the weather on. The weather should fit Africa too. Whatever's there. Yep, look at it. It comes right on this line right here. The weather's all above that line. Look at that. Ancient African weather. Raining in Egypt. There you go. Weather confirms everything. Watch this. See, I can see this pattern right here. See that weather pattern right there? Look at that in Africa. Right here. You see the whole pattern. So I don't know. You can check it yourself. Like I said, check it yourself. it's worth it, because if you like to discover stuff that nobody knows, that discover things that nobody knows about except for the lying government, and they know, believe me, the scientists know. I mean, I'm not a scientist and I can see this. This is so clear. I mean, I put it together every day. I got so much stuff on my list that I've forgotten some of the best work that I've done, probably. I mean, that's how it is. I got so much proof that the moon's hit the Earth. I mean, not proof, not necessarily proof, but photographic evidence. Okay, their own photographs, not my photographs, their photographs. So, you'll see. If you do it, you'll see that they have some explaining to do. Somebody has some explaining to do, or you just have to just accept it. I ended up having to just accept it because I've emailed scientists and I've talked to them and they don't reply because they know they can't come out and say that I'm right, because that just, I mean, they're afraid that I would use that to discredit them in the future or something. I don't know, but they're all lying to us. You can accept the story, the made-up story that's supposed to make us all feel good and not have to think about the moon hitting the Earth, or you could just, accept the truth and just go on with life. I mean, like I've done. I mean, it's just this is the truth, and it's wonderful to know. It answers every mystery on the planet about how the Grand Canyon was created. A lot of that, mountains, how all the mountains are pushed up. It explains all that. It explains the continents bumping into each other. And it's not continental drift. If they were continental drifting, that as slow as they say, there's no way they're going to push up the Himalayas over billions of years. It did that. No. The moon hits the Earth and it pushes the continents around, and they bump into each other, but they don't bump into each other slow. Okay? They don't bump into each other slowly. So, anyways, weather, got the weather again. Check it out. The weather pattern. Look at that. Watch this fit in there. And this is not a very clear picture of Africa. What I'll do is I'll take that, do this. Oh man, I wish I could turn the weather off, or the land off. I need that weather. Here's what I'll do. I'll take, what was that area again? Right there. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and save a really close-up picture of this area right here. Or close enough, anyway. File, save image, and Tibet. Oh, I already got that one up there. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to Africa. And you can see this stuff was all together. You can see it's all still together pretty much. It's just been spread out. It's been, layers been pushed off the top of other layers you'll see that the land was created in layers and pushed apart. Had to be. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put this here. I call it Tibetan Plateau. Okay, so that's way too big. But you can see, look at this. Look at the way this area of the everything sweeps down this way. Watch how it fits there. You see that, and you can see the curve of the Himalayas. Here, I'm going to turn a little bit. Let me see. The curve of the Himalayas going right around, right here. Almost got it. Right about here. Almost. Right there. Yep. Right there. See that? Yeah, it was there. Okay, now we'll just kind of zoom in and check it out. You can see this right here, and this was probably the opening in the beginning right here. Oh yeah, you can see that too. I can see that too. Because you see this right here. Look at this right there. See that curve of the water right there? Look, it goes right there. And they don't give you these features on the map of Africa because they don't give you that on purpose. They do that on purpose. But there is the same volcano. This desert was created by the same volcano that creates Lake Victoria. You can see that. Look at the land. Fit right over that. And all these lines around the outside matching. All of them. Look at that. But it did move up. It did move up. That's for sure. It did move up or down or something, but you can see maybe it was actually turned a little bit more too. Now I can see this here. I can see the shape that looks like a fish right here. I always call it a fish here. Looks like a fish, and you can see that shape right there. Try to hide it from you, but you know, you just gotta imagine that. You gotta understand that they hide things like that with the pixelation like this right here, the pixelation all around in here, and that's how they hide things. Like all this pixelation in here, that's there on purpose. Do you think that they got? You don't think they have the same clear pictures they have up here, down here? They do. Shit, they can read your license plate from space. They got the clearer pictures of these areas. But that is Lake Victoria, and that is the same. This look, anything you see like this full of sand or something like this in the middle of a mountain rock, that's a volcano. Some volcano created all this rock. Some volcano on Earth created this rock. We agree on that probably. Or do you just think it just pushed the land up by bumping into each other? You could think that too, but the moon hits the Earth and pushes up the mountains, people. Creates the super volcanoes on the Earth. That's all I'm just going to leave it with that. You can believe it if you want. You can check into it if you want. If you have any questions, I'll answer your questions. I'll try to anyways. And, you know, I mean, it hits the poles. It hits the North and South poles. These areas that I've showed that it hit, they must have been at the poles at one time because it hits the poles. The side we see today of the moon has hit the North Pole. Absolutely has. I've lined it up and it just fits so perfectly. And the weather patterns show it, but they hide them. Look at that. See that? Look at that beautiful weather at the North Pole today. If this was not here and they were showing us the actual weather pattern underneath here, I would be able to put it right over that crater that I started out the video with, and it would fit perfectly. But they hide it every day. Every day there's weather like this, you will not see the North Pole. You will not. Not on Google Earth. Or the South Pole, for that matter. Because it shows the pattern. If I had the center of this picture, I showed you in the beginning of the video how that lined up. If I had the center of the picture, you would just go, damn, there's no doubt the moon hit the Earth. But they hide the South and North Pole all the time. If there's no weather here, you'll be able to see it. They'll show it to you. But if there's weather like this here, or up here, you will not see the North or South Pole on Google Earth. That's all there is to it. You will not. And that's it. So have a happy New Year. Don't drink and drive. Have a good time. Until next time.